Alrighty, I think everything's getting ready to go right now. We're loading everything in the system for going live, and we are live. Great. This is Cardano Staking by Paradise Staking. We are a staking pool operator, and we are. Let me mute this real quick. We are just trying to get the word out about Cardano and how awesome it is. So let's go through our little presentation here. We've got what is Cardano? Cardano is a third generation cryptocurrency. First, there was Bitcoin launched in 2009. Basically, it's turned out to be a store of value project. Works great, but just can't handle large volumes of transactions. Then came along Ethereum in 2015 by the Vitalik Buterin. And that project is done very well. It's been another kind of second generation. What they did is they added smart contracts to their platform, allowing them to do kind of like computer operations, kind of like computer programs on the blockchain. And now there's new third generation projects coming online. Cardano is one of those third generation projects. And of all the companies or projects I've looked at over the last really 4 years, when my time with BitcoinCrypto.news, we looked at about 300 projects. Cardano by far has been one of the best ones in my opinion. Top reasons I have chosen Cardano. I'm going to go through this one at a time, so we'll move on to that. One, the engineered code. The code has been developed by professionals, and many scientific papers were published and peer-reviewed before writing the code. Why is that important? It's freaking awesome because I've developed some software projects, mainly web applications myself, and I hired the developers to write the code. And I found out the hard way that it's you can hodgepodge something together and press enter and get it to compile and get it to work, but to actually edit it and add features becomes a nightmare if it's not well published, meaning with well commented, well indexed, and everything where you know what works with what and such. So I've got a couple projects that are working now, but we try to upgrade them, and nobody knows how to freaking upgrade them. So I'm going to have to rewrite the entire project over again. So that's a lot of the way a lot of these cryptocurrencies are made. It's not that hard to fork a project and make it spit out a bunch of coins, and then say you have another, Bitcoin Cash or something. What's really hard is taking it from that day on to the next 5, 10, 20 years. So one thing I love about Cardano is it's really engineered for easy upgrades. Moving on, proof of stake consensus. This is a major upgrade from other proof of work consensus algorithms like Bitcoin. Incentive rewards. You can use the system to incentivize the stakers. It's provably secure. They wrote this Ouroboros paper and had it peer reviewed, and they've had multiple versions of the Ouroboros algorithm until they actually found a way to make it work perfect, and that's what they've done. And it's secure as long as it gets under 51%, and with a number of pools we have, it's not really possible to have a 51% attack on Cardano. Nothing's impossible, but it's not really, it doesn't make economic sense for them, the way the protocol is set up. Energy efficient. Unlike the Bitcoin, where it uses as much energy as Switzerland or some small countries every day to run, it's not that. It's very, very, very efficient because you can run it on you can run it on a Raspberry Pi computer, and so there's really 1,600 of those out there running at this time. Really, about 1,000 is the optimal point in here. So 4 million times more energy efficient. That's huge, especially going into a green economy, which we're going into now. Stake delegation and stake pools. People can stake their Cardano, their ADA in the system, and still have custody. What does that mean? A lot of your other staking platforms out there, which there are some that I think are far inferior to Cardano, but you can stake through Coinbase. You can stake Tezos on Coinbase. You can do a couple of different things, but they're the custodians of your assets. So if you have one of those coins, you actually have to transfer that and relinquish your rights. And the first rule of crypto is it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. So if something happens or that platform gets hacked, you can lose everything you have. And as this project grows, I mean, those numbers can get really big, and you got to be very careful. So, $100 here and there, I'm sure you're probably nobody's really worried about it. But as that grows into significant amounts of money, you want to make sure you're in control of it. Fully decentralized. Cardano is going to be the world's largest fully decentralized project. Why is that important? Because it's just more guaranteed uptime, more guaranteed. Nobody can shut it down. It's not controlled by any one person or any one government. So if that person decides they don't like a certain person that comes to power and they go, oh, we want to block this organization or block this person or block this country, it can't happen, because this isn't like it's decentralized over the world. There's not going to be one ruler. The people who rule the network are the coin owners. So yes, they can vote on something, but then it's a democracy. So everybody has to vote on it to get the project to go through. Scalable. Along with them currently running at 257 TPS transactions per second, they could go up to 1 million transactions per second with the Basho upgrade. So they've already found a way to upgrade that with the hydro scaling, and they'll add that as it's needed. 257 is pretty good. That's about 10 times more than Ethereum right now. So with where we're at now, we can do more than Ethereum. As we add hydro, it can go through the roof. So that's huge. As Ethereum's trying to figure out how to get to scaling right now, we've already got a plan in place. Cardano does. Functional programming via the Haskell programming language. This is number 5. Functional programming is just really cool because, from what little I know about programming, I have programmed before, I've written code, but I'm not real familiar with the Haskell, although that as I did do some research on it, it's really cool because it has kind of like formulas pre-built in, and you can do some really stuff. So it works really good for financial, and just instead of trying to create a function, those functions are already created in the system as in formulas and stuff. So it's really neat to see how that works in the system. On-chain tokens. Many platforms, the on-chain tokens, the tokens are actually in the smart contracts. So when you have a smart contract, say a DeFi application, and you send money to that DeFi application, a lot of times the application holds the smart keys and the tokens inside the application, where if it gets hacked, everybody loses everything. And that's happened just recently. There was BNB, or somebody lost $35 million just about 2 weeks ago. It can happen. It does happen a lot. So to keep your money safe, Cardano is using a really smart approach where you keep the tokens on chain, and then the smart contracts actually address the locations of those tokens in the smart contract, making for less frontage for smart contract, for attacks for hackers and stuff. Governance on chain. One thing Bitcoin lacks, one thing Ethereum lacks, that's the ability to upgrade and to vote on upgrades. One thing that happened to Bitcoin back in 2017 was they wanted to add to the block size, and there was 2 groups that went back and forth about how to do it. Finally, they split off, and one became Bitcoin Cash, and one became Bitcoin, or stayed Bitcoin. And they were both arguing who was going to be Bitcoin and who was going to be, have to add something to their name. But that's just stupid. That doesn't do anybody any good to have a fork and have 2 different coins. It confuses the marketplace, and it's really bad for both projects. So governance on chain, Cardano has that built in, and we'll have that built in the final milestone. And the cool thing about that is all tokens launching on the Cardano platform can use the government, meaning corporations, starting DAOs, all kinds of stuff are going to be awesome on this blockchain, because the protocol actually allows for the token holders to vote on the next upgrade, the next CEO, the next CFO, the next CIO. However they want to do it, whatever challenge they want to put in there, they can vote on it. It's really neat, really awesome. Go back to here, and that's my last one that I have on this thing. Moving on, we've had a great run. We started this meeting back in March of last year, so we're actually almost having our 1-year anniversary. I think it was this week. March 13th, yes, it was last week. We started at 5.1 cents. We are now, back in February, our last update on this little chart here was $1.18, was 22x gain. If I remember correctly, the price is around $1.20 right now, so we're right around there, 23x gain. That's freaking awesome, the 22.5x gain. That's awesome. So those who started out early, it's had a great significant increase in their assets as they got in. I know some people has bought along this whole journey here. We are nowhere near the top, so it's still, at least in my opinion, I think we're just getting started. Now, keep in mind, I am not a financial advisor. You are your best financial advisor, and if you don't think you are, find someone who is. I'm simply a crypto enthusiast, and I love cryptocurrency. I just like sharing the knowledge that I have learned along this journey. Market comparisons. We've got a few different things here. If you look at this is over the last really year. The big number 3, Ripple, hasn't really done much. Polkadot did come on board and it's grown. This is back in early March. Ethereum, and then Cardano. We had a really big run, so it's been a fun run for Cardano, and we'll hopefully see it continue to grow. These are the stages. Those who follow Cardano know we're currently in Shelly. Those who don't probably don't know where we're at. But so we're just getting started in the entire Cardano roadmap. Getting started. Byron started out way back when in 2017. We jumped in Shelly last year. Now Goguen is coming up here. The test net is coming out next month. And then once they go through the test net and verify it's all working, stuff like that, we're looking forward to Goguen coming on. That's smart contracts. And then as that grows and as we need, Basho and scaling will come on, and then final the Voltaire. So it's got still a little bit of a journey to go for us, but it's going to be awesome. As you can see, we're already having a great time on that. So another slide on here. Goguen testnet is launching in April. One thing that this is new in this week's news. Not a whole lot picked up new from this week to last week, but we do this every Monday, and I try to bring in some little bullet points that I catch in on videos and research that I do throughout the week. One being the Goguen testnet's launching. 2, Uniswap. I found that really cool. They were talking about how Uniswap being built into Cardano as part of the protocol, where Ethereum, I mean, Uniswap's like a $14 billion project. That's in addition to Ethereum. Well, Cardano's already got that under the hood, so that's huge. That's going to be really neat to see how that works as these coins launch on Cardano. Plutus Pioneer Project launch to learn. They're launching a program to learn how to code from any language. It's really neat. But the Plutus Playground and just geek stuff for coders and fun stuff to learn about that. They're actually having a little program where they can teach people how to learn that. It's like over the next 2 weeks. So if you're a programmer and you want to learn more about that, search for the Plutus Pioneer Project. Moving on, Cardano Ideal Scale. That's on Fund 4. What is this? It's a great program, Cardano Ideal Scale. We'll go to that here in a minute. I think I have it pulled up here somewhere, but it's an awesome project. You could actually it's about 250 million Cardano, which right now is about $300 million that is going to be given away in grants to help people develop projects on the platform. So if you look at that, go to cardano.idealscale.com and you can log on that and see a lot of these different programs and proposals. What's fun is you can actually make money. They'll actually pay you to read these and give it thumbs up and thumbs down. So you can actually make a little side money from that if you want to get into researching these and learn about these projects. But you can go through here. There's a lot of different projects in here. And like this one here is DApp Creations. I'm going to go in here, DApp Integrations. I'm going to click on that. And there's, I think, 123 of them, all stages, 123. You can read through them and learn about them. And the site's a little daunting. It's got a little bit of interesting stuff on it, a lot of information. But here's a list of the actual projects. Like here's a ferry food ordering and delivery, maintenance manager, insurance, auto, home, commercial. There's different people are submitting these proposals on, hey, I want to develop this on the Cardano chain. They basically come in and they give a problem, describe your solution to the problem, relevant experience, funds requested, and you get a little bit more into that, but they go through there and it's just submitting for funds on there. So it's a really neat process, and the community votes on it. So this is not up to Cardano. This is up to the people who log on. You got to have a minimum of 3,000 Cardano to be a voter in, I think, for Fund 4. And as long as you are in there, you can register to vote, and you get a portion of that back. This was a $500,000 fund, and no, 3 was a $500,000 fund. I think 4 might be $1 million fund. A portion that is set aside to pay, I think it's $50,000 set aside to pay for people who help on this Catalyst project. So it's really neat. If you want to learn more, there's all kinds of videos on that. You can go to input output. Let me see if I've got it pulled up here. I thought I did. There's a whole YouTube channel on this from IOHK. So you can go in there and you can look for the videos on that. But it's a neat project. It's really going to help grow Cardano, I believe, in the long run. Moving on. How to stake. We are a staking pool. So if you're not familiar with Cardano, what is staking? Staking is it's the algorithm that Cardano uses to secure the network. Where Bitcoin uses SHA-256 and mining, which you probably heard of. It's very expensive to run miners. They're very loud, they're very hot, and they consume a lot of electricity. This here is the next generation algorithm that secures the network. It's called staking. So basically, you can take your money and your Cardano. You can buy Cardano at many different apps, including Coinbase now, and Crypto.com, and you can stake those to the wallet. And when you stake those to the wallet, over time, which every 5 days basically, it pays out or can pay out a reward to the amount staked. The target is about 4 to 6% in that range, and there's a lot of variables that go in there. But what's neat about it, it's one of the first non-custodial staking mechanisms in the crypto world, meaning you don't have to give your money up to anybody. It stays on your computer or on your phone. To do that, if you want to play around with it, I recommend just try it. Stick 50 bucks in, and it can be 10 bucks, and try it. First, you'll download the Daedalus wallet from Cardano.org. The screen looks like this right here, little red arrow there. Once you download it, you'll open it up, and you'll click on Create a Wallet. Now, in the bottom corner here, there's Add Wallet, and look at the corner here, and here's the wallet here. You click Create, then it's going to pop up a screen here, and this is if you don't learn anything else in the crypto world, recovery phrases. That's your magic word there. Never, ever, 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 ever lose those. So it's real important what you do on this. In the next screen, you write it down, and you try and get just write it down on a piece of paper and then save it forever. Make a copy of it by hand. Don't ever copy it with a picture or anything like that, because then that picture stays in your phone. If that code gets on the internet, you can lose all your money. Recovery phrase. I actually had to destroy this one here because on the next screen I screwed up, but it looks like this. It gives you 24 words, and you have to write them down in that order, all lowercase, and just whatever it says, write it down. Once you've written it down, you click this little thing down here. I've written it down in my wallet recovery phrase. Then it says confirm these words here. Click understand. You hit understand here. The next button will come up there, and you go through, and you have a wallet. Now take that piece of paper and save it in your wherever your safe place is that nobody knows about, so you can keep that safe. Because if your computer dies or you forget your password in your wallet, you have to restore it with those 24 words. Moving on, once you make that, you need to fund your wallet. How to buy Cardano? There's Coinbase, that's the easiest. Crypto.com, that's the coolest. Bittrex.com, that's the most advanced. There's many other places to buy it, but that's the ones I like. You can also get on Binance.us, all kinds of different things. We are mainly talking about US markets here. There's all types of exchanges for outside the US, but there's lots of cool stuff on there. To buy from Coinbase, I'm going to hit a little play button here and go through this real quick. So, okay. Yeah, I just logged into Coinbase.com. Okay, this is not going to work. It didn't pull that right, but we'll do that. I'll post this on the video. I forgot this video here does not. It made it real small to where I can't even see it. So we will not go through this, but you can go on to Coinbase. Well, basically what you do, if you're familiar with crypto at all or not familiar, you can download Coinbase on your phone, and then you just log in, poke around until you find Cardano, click on it. You'll see a buy button, click on it. You'll see an add bank account or credit card, click on it, buy the Cardano, Once it's there, you'll find a send button, and you'll go back to your Daedalus wallet. This thing up here, that little place we just we'll show it next screen here, and right here, you'll click on your wallet. You'll click the receive button, and it'll show you an address here. You can copy this address, or you can scan that with your phone, and you can send it directly from Coinbase to your Daedalus wallet, because Daedalus wallet is Daedalus wallet is the one that does the staking on there. You can also stake from Yori too if you want to do it all on your phone. Alrighty, moving on. That's how you stake. Once it's staked, it will take 5 to 10 days before it starts functioning in the staking. You start receiving rewards, maybe longer if the pool doesn't get lucky that block. But that's in essence, that's how you do the staking on there. Moving on, Project Catalyst. We did go over this. This slide came up again. I'm gonna hit it real quick. Yeah, we put that on there. The reason this is to try to generate and create ideas, and we have this this Catalyst program to help fund those ideas. So we are searching for ideas. If you have any ideas available and you want to work on a project, I love speaking to entrepreneurs. So I love to help coach you, help guide you along, give you some ideas, and try to help you through the project on there. We do have a few that we're working on here, including Paradise Payments, which is a DeFi project, Phone Bank, Crypto Wallet, Phone Finance, and Product QR Code. And we've got using Cardano in different variable ways in each one of those projects. So we're working on those now. We'll be submitting some of those projects to the next fund for development. So we hopefully get some of this fund available. Currently, there's 250 million Cardano available for developing projects and dApps on the Cardano ecosystem. So if you want to get involved, get involved. This is changing the world. I mean, this is by far, in my opinion, the next Microsoft. And this is the very, 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 very ground level. So if you want to get involved, there's lots of different resources all over the internet. Starting off with IOHK, you can go find them on the internet, and there's a crowdcast on there. So if I can click on that. Alrighty, yeah, they got a lot of videos that are on here, and best thing to do is just watch these videos from the beginning and learn about them. So they're pretty long, but it can bring you up to par on a lot of how this works and everything like that. So watch those, have some fun with it, and see what you can learn. There's also some other channels on there. Charles has a great channel for on YouTube. He is very open and very transparent. I'm going to pull this up here. Here's his most recent video. He's actually was live there. So broadcasting live from Colorado, warm and sunny. But if you click on his channel there's lots of good information and lots of good videos on what's coming up and what's happening in the Cardano world. So moving on, Cardano ecosystem. This isn't just Cardano. There's lots of projects going on. There's lots of companies involved with their hands in this project or projects getting developed. And according to one of Charles's last videos that I watched, they're booked up for almost 12 months on building stuff. So they've got 3 companies. Cardano Foundation, that's the main one that deals with the Cardano development, Input Output Hong Kong, and Emergo. There's different divisions for the project, like enterprise development, things like that. And a lot of the enterprise is they've already got so many companies asking to build stuff. They're going to be fully booked for the next year. So that's huge. There's a lot of interest in Cardano. So learn what you can as you continue to grow on this. But other than that, that's all I've got for the YouTube and for the live stream. So we'll be going offline here, and we'll be opening up for questions and answers. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining. And let's turn this off here for the live cast. And you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, look us up on Paradise Staking. I'm going to pull that up here real quick. Our website, PARAD, Paradise Staking. That's our website. So if you want to learn about staking on here, how to stake, watch these things on here. This is all of our stuff and information on there. The reason we make these videos is to try to grow our ecosystem and people to stake on our server. So the more people we get to stake, the more money we make, and the more projects we get to build on the Cardano platform. So we appreciate it. We will be doing airdrops from our coins we launched too. for the people who stake from this point on. So when we do launch our coin, you'll get free airdrops on them as right now 1-to-1 ratio. So it's another huge reason to stake with comparative staking. Other than that, that's all I've got. Thank you guys. I'll be signing off the live stream and continue on offline for questions and answers. If you want to catch up every Monday, we have these every Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We are on meetup.com, YouTube, Facebook, and you should be able to look us up and find us on there and submit questions or join in the conversation. Thanks a lot, guys. All righty. See if I can